Psalm 50. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. Fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, but the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, and thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations. Hopefully, they got that push in His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to hopefully the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right, and what I want to do is lay them back, for the lesson, done by the elder brother out of Dallas, Elder Ariala. And pretty much going to the BRIC nations, and he was going to the economics and how, these BRIC nations are nothing, okay, but, liken it to a bridge, okay, to the New World Order economics. You see, one thing about it, the elites have gotten very good, all right, at having this narrative where there's a hero and there's a villain. Okay, and for the longest, America has been the hero in the earth, going around and liberating, okay, nations from tyrannical, so-called tyrannical leaders. Bringing liberty, bringing schools and education and running water. Okay, America was their hero. Now America has slid into the role of a villain. Okay, due to how they've weaponized the dollar. A lot of exposure coming out about the wickedness. They've been doing. Under the banner of democracy. Okay, and now America has slid into the role of villain, and now you see Russia and China are being, presented as the economic heroes of the earth. Okay, but what we have to understand, Russia and China, all right, are still under, all right, the order of the elites. Okay, the reason why Russia and China, all right, have, you know, come so far economically, militarily, because they're backed by the elites. All right. Well, we have to understand with this new world order, the elites plan on moving shop to the east. You know, these devils really plan on setting up shop in Jerusalem, running the earth. Okay, with this digital, all right, infrastructure. Having full control. They're trying to give themselves the blessing. So they know in order to bring in the NWO, they have to break down America. America has too many rights. America has been too liberated. Okay. Free speech. They want to do away with all that, man. Okay. So they're purposely weakening America, and they plan on moving shop, okay, in the east. So that's why they established China and Russia, okay, in the eastern hemisphere, because they plan on moving shop and letting China and Russia be the superpowers of their new world order. Okay, but it's not going to work. Okay, their enterprise is not going to be established. So let's get some precepts. All right, let's go to there first. As I said, let's get this in Job. This is the book of Job. All right, chapter 5. Oh, it's a lot. This is the book of Job 5 and 12. It say he disappointed the devices of the crafty. See, the devil is extremely crafty. Okay, like I say, the elites hide behind these narratives of villain and hero. Okay, but they are manipulating both sides for their global agenda. The devil is crafty, and people get caught as if these brick nations are really, setting up an economy outside the American dollar when all these nations are tied to the American dollar. Okay, all these economies are tied to the American dollar. When the dollar crashes, everything crashes, man. Okay, so say he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay, and their enterprise is this new world order, this NWO. Okay, this global, okay, dictatorship that's going to be ran by what, man? Digital AI. Okay, digital currency and AI surveillance. Okay, it's like you have the smart everything, smart homes, smart city, smart cars. Okay, that's all AI surveillance. That's all the technological prison. Okay, that this devil plans on setting up within his enterprise, man. Okay, it says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the fraud is carried headlong. So yeah, these devils, okay, in the midst of their craftiness and setting this thing up, the Lord is going to topple them. Okay, Yahweh Shai is going to intervene. First the Lord is going to cause war. All right, he's going to cause these nations to go to war, because at the end of the day, it's going to be prophecy that's going to cause these nations to go to war. All right, because these elites think they have a one up on prophecy. Okay, they think that they're going to sidestep prophecy. That's the mind of these elites, but nah, they're going to do exactly what the Lord wants them to do. Let's get this. Okay, let's get this Proverbs 21. Okay, it's the book of Proverbs 21 and 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turned it whithersoever he will. So the king's heart is the king's mind. So from the elites, okay, which pretty much the elites are like the king of kings in this setup, okay. But then you have these different leaders of these other nations. They're likened to lesser kings, and guess what? The Lord has all of them in His hand. He has full control of the mind, all right, of men, okay, and He's going to turn those minds to war, okay. It's all about what what prophecy says, man. You know, these nations not gonna sidestep prophecy. It's not gonna be okay. You know, Russia being the next superpower. Cause that's the talk. Who gonna be the next superpower? Because everyone knows America's out of here. Okay, so the talk is what's the next superpower, and it's Yahweh Shai in the house of David. You know, and that's what no one is considering. Okay, everyone is dancing to the tune of prophecy, man. Proverbs 19:21, it said, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord there shall stand. Okay, so all these devices and schemes, all right, that these devils have, beginning with these elites, okay, Amalek, all right, all these devices that they're going to have is going to fail, and it's going to be the Lord's counsel that's going to stand. Okay, now you get this word in the Hebrew, it's Makah Shabbat, Makah Shabbat. All right, it says a thought, device, plan, purpose, okay, invention, you see, imagination, cunning, okay, whether bad or good, a plot, all right, and all this plotting and scheming for their NWO is going to lead to the Third World War, all right, and it's going to lead to fall of this whole beast system and the ushering in of Yahushua, okay. So this is where we at, all right. And these nations are not in control, okay. What's this? Another one in Proverbs, all right, because these devils. Let's see. Might be knowledge. All right, because these devils moving as if they're gonna one up, okay, or outwit the Most High. You know, like they're gonna sidestep prophecy. Nah, okay, they're moving to the tune of prophecy, man. Okay, so all these moves that we're seeing, these nations, okay, these BRIC nations, you know, pretty much aligning themselves with Russia. Well, there's all right prophecy that's leading to war. Russia being the guard to them nation. Proverbs 21:30 said, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. Okay, so there is no wisdom, there is no counsel or understanding that's going against the Lord. Everything is working for the favor of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Okay, this is His intent, this is His will. He wants these things to be going on exactly how they're going on. So all these other narratives outside of prophecy not going to stand. It's the counsel of the Lord that's going to stand. Okay? And these heathens, you know, they're trying their best to figure out, you know, and be ahead of the curve. Okay? But nah, man, they it's not meant for them to know. Okay? Let's go here to Micah, the 4th chapter. Okay? This is Micah. All right. This is Micah 4:11. It says, now also many nations are gathered against thee. All right. And it's speaking of Israel. Nations gathered against Israel, they elect. Okay. Because one thing about it within this NWO, they want to completely remove the word and any talking points dealing with Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Okay. It says they say, let her be defiled. Let our eye look upon Zion. You know, we're going to be a target. Okay. Hey, the believers in Yahweh Shai are going to be a target in this society, man. It said, but they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they His counsel. For He shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Okay? They don't understand, okay, the thoughts and the counsel of the Lord. He knows their thoughts and their counsel, but they don't understand what he's about to do, how he's about to move. They're being gathered, okay, for their own destruction. Okay? The Lord has these nations marching to the tune of prophecy, man. Nothing they can do outside of prophecy, man. That's why they're doing exactly what prophecy says, man. Okay? To the T. You see? It's prophecy that's going to cause these nations to go to war. Okay? It's going to happen. The alliances that the Lord spoke of are forming as we speak. You know, mainly Russia, Iran, and Turkey. Okay? The location. All right? Because you know that Middle East been a hotbed. Okay? So the location of the Third World War, that's happening in real time. You know, Russia was intervening in Syria, because you go into Jehoshaphat, there's over there, what would be modern day Syria. Okay? To the east, you know, of what they call Israel today. Okay, which all that Syria is a part of the original promised land. Okay, and that's going to be established on the Yahushua. Now you get this, Joel 3:11 says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, let the heathen be wakened." Okay? So the Lord is putting a war spirit on these heathens, man. They're going to fight. Okay? It's going to be an all-out war. Missiles flying everywhere, man. And the bulk of the nukes coming to America. It says, "And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yahweh-Shaphat, okay, the Lord's judgment. For there will I sit to judge the heathen round about." And who's going to judge the heathen? Yahushua. Okay? "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great." So when we see wickedness, which is vexing as hell, but it has to happen. Okay? When we see, you know, pedos being normalized, and, you know, trans children, and, you know, all these different things being normalized, you know, when we see these things, just know that the Lord has judgment, great judgment prepared, man. Okay? Because this war is gonna be the catalyst, okay, that's gonna bring that Sodom and Gomorrah judgment to America. You know, so the more vile this society gets, the more lewd and perverse, okay, that this society gets, just know that that's an inch closer to war. Okay? It said, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Okay? So this is these military, these foreign military that's going to come to their region for war. Okay? So this is where we at. Okay? This is where we're currently at in prophecy, as the Lord, you know, is causing these nations to be gathered economically, okay, but it's going to lead to physical, okay? And the BRICS nations are nothing but the villain, I mean, the hero, the so-called hero in the legion narrative, man. Okay? Russia is being used, because you go here, all right, because Russia is going to be the main nation that jumpstarts this nuclear holocaust that's coming to America, man. This nuclear onslaught. All right, because you go to Ezekiel 38, we have to remember at the beginning, the Lord established that what? This is Ezekiel 38:1. "And the words of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Okay, the Lord is against Russia as well. Okay, he's just going to utilize Russia, okay, as a part of his military campaign. Remember, let's read verse 3 and say, "Thus said the Lord, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." Okay, because remember, let's go here. Then we go back to Ezekiel 38. All right, what is the Lord described as, man? This is Exodus 15:3. "The Lord Yahweh Bashim al-Shah is a man of war." Okay, the Lord is his name. So the Lord is a man of war, and he's a great king. And one thing about a king uses everything to his disposal when he's in the war campaign. Okay, a king uses anything, man. If this nation got a badass navy, he'll utilize that. He ain't gotta like that nation, but he'll utilize it for his war campaign. Okay, and when he accomplished what he accomplished, he'll double back and come back and destroy the nation that helped him, man. Okay, and this is how the Lord is playing the game. He's a man of war, so he's utilizing these nations. He's allowed these nations to equip themselves militarily for his purpose, man. Okay, that's why Russia is known for what? Great missile program. Okay, the Lord has allowed Russia to stockpile missiles, along with China as well, but mainly Russia. Okay, because the majority of the nukes that's coming to America gonna come from Russia, man. Okay, they're gonna come from all these nations that have nuclear capability, all they to bend the bow. All right, but mainly Russia. So let's go into the role, that Russia plays, man. All right, and it's all through the scriptures. Let's go here. Matter of fact, let's get Revelation first. We just go into it. And all these nations are dancing to the tune of the Lord's prophecy, man. This is Revelation 13. Okay. All right, this is Revelation 13 and 1. It says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his 10 horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy," man. Okay? You see that? And this represents these Edomite power structures that had ruled the earth, man. Okay, this is the same beast that the whore was riding upon in the Revelation 17th chapter, man. The 7 heads going into France, the Romans, the Greeks, Germanian Major, Germanian Minor, Spanish, and British. Okay, and those 10 horns represent those vassals. Okay, you see the name of blasphemy because it's through this kingdom. Okay, these Edomite, all right, power structure that have ran the earth. Okay, or they had dominance in the earth, where the Lord was blasphemed the most. Okay, because out of this, what do you get? Roman Catholicism, that false Christianity, okay, to modern day what? Trust the science, okay, alphabets, all that came out of this empire, man, and was pushed in the earth. This blasphemy, man. Okay, the changing of the image of the Most High, His Son, the prophets, the angels. Okay, they came out of this power structure, man. Okay, so let's go from there. All right, it says, "And the beast which I saw was likened to a leopard." All right, going to the Greeks. All right, because they was the first. All right, Edomite power structure. Okay, Edomite superpower. They ruled, and his feet was the feet of the bear, because his feet represents the end of the thing, and that bear is Russia. Because this war with Russia is going to end this power structure, man. And his mouth is the mouth of a lion. All right, which represent the elites, man, over in London. Okay, which they're the mouthpiece of this dragon. They speak, okay, on behalf of the dragon. These puppets that we see set up, okay, they're speaking on behalf of the elites, man, and their agenda. And the dragon gave him power, okay, which is that pagan Roman Empire, and his seat and great authority, okay, because they rule in the same engine, the same influence of what? Pagan Rome. Okay, now you see Russia is mentioned there as that bear, the feet of a bear, which is the end of this place, man. Then you go here to Revelation 20. Okay, Revelation 20. All right, and 7. It says that when their 1,000 years are expired, what they call the dark age, Satan, which is speaking of Esau, all right, the adversary, the physical counterpart of Satan in the earth, shall be loosed out of his prison, okay, mainly from the Caucasus Mountains, and he was able to, maneuver his way back into power, okay. He took down, the Byzantine Empire as the Turks. He took down Granada, okay, as the Spanish and Portuguese, okay. And since then, that was his Renaissance, man. Okay. It says, "And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, and he established his empire through deception." Gog and Magog, all right, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea. And this is speaking of Russia, man. Okay. So it talks about him coming into power, just like it said in Revelation 13. He went farther back. You see, in Revelation 13, it establishes beginning with the leopard as the Greeks. Okay, but here it established his rebirth. Okay, the Renaissance, but it will lead to the same people taking them out, Gog and Magog. Okay, so Russia is playing their role. That's why they've been, so talked about, because they have a major role to play in prophecy, man. But remember, the Lord is against them. Okay, and Russia finna get their work too when Yahushua come back. All right, they on the list too. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50:9 said, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon." See, the Lord is doing this. Prophecy is going to put these nations at war. Okay, we follow these things and we either build up, but ultimately it's going to be the Lord. He's going to cause this war to spark off, man. Okay, they're not going to fight over the rule. They're not going to go to war because of a ruble or goddamn dollar, the American dollar. Okay, the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to fight, man. It said, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her." Okay, and that's Russia and those other nations that Russia is being a guard to. The assembly of great nations from the north country, man. Okay, Russia is that north country. And they shall set themselves in array, battle formation. From thence she shall be taken, which is America. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. That's those missiles. And this is why the Lord has allowed Russia, all right, to have these extremely high-tech missiles, man. The hypersonic missiles that are able to maneuver. Okay. And missiles that they're able to dodge missile defense systems. Okay, they're able to do this, all right, because of prophecy's sake, man. These things have to be fulfilled. Okay, so let's go here. And continue to go into prophecy. All right, dealing with Russia's role. This is Isaiah 13:17 says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against thee, against them, and we shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Yeah, okay, because these nations are already doing what, man? Isolating themselves economically. Okay, so they won't have to be so dependent on America. You see, because they're getting ready for their transition, man. Okay, their digital transition. Verse 18 says, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children." Okay, their eye shall not spare children. That's those missiles, man. Okay, and Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellence shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and the Lord is going to do this. All right, all through prophecy, man. Okay, and those missiles, those are the Lord's missiles. Matter of fact, when you keep reading in Jeremiah, I'm reading 9 again, then we jump 25, and then we'll jump to the if Baba Kashah, if a brother can, brother, think, but you might be the only one on right now. There's a lot of camps going on, brothers getting it in. But if you can post real quick for me, bro. And there you go, Shalom, brother Yaquab. Shalom, brother. But yeah, one of y'all brothers can get this for me real quick. Second Ezra 16. Let's get verses. Let's get verses 7. Let's get verses 7, and then jump to verse 13. Yep. So get Second Ezra 7. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 7 and 13. Yep, verse 7 and 13. So let's read this. We're gonna link it up, showing you that it's the Lord's doing. Okay. This is Jeremiah 50 and 9 again. It says, "For lo, I will cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." They're speaking of the missiles, ICBM missiles. Every missile is going to hit a particular target and knock this place off the map, man. Okay? Now you jump to verse 25. It said, "The Lord have opened his armory." You see? Those are the Lord's weapons of indignation. As it's going to say, "And have brought forth the weapons of his indignation." Okay? "For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans." Okay? So the Lord has allowed these nations to stockpile this weaponry, but this is the Lord's armor. See, the Lord just utilizing these nations as vessels to store these missiles and to shoot these missiles. Because you look at what Russia is strategically, they can shoot missiles from everywhere off their continent, okay, and then they hit America, man. Okay, from its eastern borders, its northern borders, its western borders, okay, and hit America, man. You see, it's gonna be missiles coming all over the place, man. Okay, they're gonna be coming in every direction. The scripture say, "What? None shall break his rank." Okay, and the Lord created these weapons for destruction, man. Let's get Isaiah 54. All right, Isaiah 54 and 16. "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." So the Lord allowed Esau to tap into this technology, man, going into his quantum physics, going to atomic energy, nuclear energy, okay, hypersonic technology. The Lord allowed Esau's scientists, all right, his military engineers, technicians, okay, to come up, all right, with this technology, man. Okay, and he created it to destroy it. All right, that's why every missile is going to be shot off. He said, "Spare no arrows, man." Okay, that's the Lord giving decrees and how this war is going to go, and the specifics of this war. That's how the Lord shows his power, you know, through the specifics of this war. All right, this the brother Yahweh, Hopeful Lake 3, 2 Ezra 16 and 7 says, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer." Okay, and that arrow is the missile, and that strong archer ultimately is the Most High utilizing these nations, man. Okay, Russia, China, Iran, okay, North Korea, okay, Turkey, the EU nations. All right, 2 Ezra 16:13. "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp," which means they're very devastating. Okay, high power, deadly. Okay, this weaponry, right, is extremely deadly, man. These nukes, ICBMs, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And this is over here in America, man. Okay? These nukes, all right, are prepared just for America, man. You know? And if a brother can post Sirach 18 verses 1 and 2, I want to say, you know, I'll get that too. Sirach 18. Yes, Sirach 18 verses 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but I'm gonna get this. All right, this is the brother, the hopeful leg 3, the brother Yaqub. It says, they shall run like mighty men. This is speaking of missiles. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Yeah, when you see the missiles going straight up into the atmosphere, out them silos going straight up into the atmosphere, man. Okay, and coming down on Idumea. Okay, it says, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break his ranks. Okay, every missile is going to have its own personal trajectory. All right, and its own personal target that is going to hit. Okay, in America, man. Okay, so let's get these. You know, we'll close out. I just want to touch on that point. This is brother Hopeful Leg 3, Sirach 18 and 1. He that liveth forever hath created all things in general. Okay, and this is speaking of the Most High. Okay, verse 2. It said, the Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but He. The Lord only is righteous, there is none other but He, who governeth the world with the palm of His hand. You see that? And ultimately, that's through Yahushua. And all things obey His will, for He is the King of all, and by His power dividing holy things, all right, from the profane. Okay, so at the end of the day, the Lord is in full control of all the events that we see happening, man. And these nations are all dancing to the tune of prophecy, man. All right, and it's going to be through prophecy that these nations are going to fight. Okay, so that's the point. You know, I pray that you brothers and you sisters are edified. To next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abab, DTA soon, Shalom.